All right, let's jump right into one of the biggest game changers in modern hospitality. We're talking about the shift to real-time AI-powered forecasting. And I want you to see that this isn't just some small upgrade, it's a totally different way of thinking about how we respond to the market.
Hello and welcome. I'm an AI expert in the hotel space, and I am so pleased to be here with all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School. Think of this as part of your online learning journey. We're really looking forward to helping you grow as professionals in this amazing industry.
So let's frame the conversation like this. For years and years, hotel forecasting has basically been like trying to drive a car forward while only looking in the rearview mirror, right? You get a weekly or monthly report that tells you where you've been, but you're incredibly slow to react to what's happening on the road right in front of you. The new way, the AI way, is completely different. It's like having a live HD dashboard showing you the road ahead. You're not just reacting anymore, you're proactively agile.
Now, to really get why this new engine is so powerful, we first have to talk about the old anchor that's been holding things back. Let's dig into why the traditional methods just can't hack it in the kind of dynamic markets we see today.
And here's the heart of the issue: static forecasting. Just think about this for a second. Let's say a massive concert gets announced in your city on a Tuesday morning. If you're running on a traditional weekly forecast model, you might not officially update your strategy until next Monday. By then, you've lost almost a whole week of opportunity to optimize your rates for that huge demand spike. That fixed schedule creates a lag, and that lag costs money.
So, how do we get rid of that anchor? Well, we fire up a real-time engine. This part is all about how AI just completely flips the script. It takes forecasting from this, reactive chore and turns it into a proactive, strategic weapon.
And here's the magic. An AI system isn't waiting around for someone to run a report. It is always on, always learning. You should really picture it as a living system that's just breathing in new data every single second. And that continuous flow is what gives a hotel real agility, the power to change course not in weeks or days, but in a matter of minutes.
Of course, an engine is pretty useless without fuel. So what exactly is feeding this real-time forecast? Let's take a closer look at the data streams that make the whole thing work.
This really shows you how it's a constant loop. It never stops. It all starts with the data sources. Every single booking, every cancellation, you name it. That information then flows continuously into the AI. And the AI isn't just storing it, it's analyzing it instantly. Looking for new patterns, the final step, a live forecast that is constantly being tweaked and recalculated. It never, ever goes stale.
And what's really crucial to understand is just how much data we're talking about. It's pulling directly from your reservation systems, from your channel managers, the software that connects you to Expedia and Booking.com, but it's also looking at the tiniest details. Every single new booking, every single cancellation, every little modification to a stay. Each one of those is a little signal about market demand that the AI uses to make its predictions even sharper.
Okay, so this isn't just theory or something from a sci-fi movie. This is happening right now in top hotels all over the globe. So let's look at a couple of the actual platforms, the navigation tools, that are putting this powerful tech to work.
And I think it's really helpful to think of these tools not as replacements for people, but as your new, incredibly smart co-pilots. They do all the heavy lifting, analyzing massive amounts of data so they can give you the insights you need to steer the ship in the right direction.
This quote just nails the whole paradigm shift. We're moving away from that old set it and forget it for a week mentality. Forecasting is now a living, breathing part of your day-to-day operation, and it's every bit as dynamic as the market itself.
Let's take a look at Duetto, for example. Its real power is in its rapid response. So as soon as it sees booking patterns changing, maybe say your King Suites are selling out way faster than usual for a particular weekend, it instantly adjusts the demand forecast and recommends a price change. It's all about speed, about jumping on those trends the second they emerge.
Now, Bionics here takes a slightly different angle. It's a bit more holistic. It doesn't just look at forecasting and pricing as separate things. It weaves in your distribution strategy too. So it's asking questions like, okay, based on this new forecast, should we maybe push more of our inventory to a specific OTA? It gives you that bigger, more comprehensive view of your strategy.
So why does all this matter? What's the bottom line? This chart shows it all. When things get volatile, that surprise conference gets announced, or maybe there's an economic dip, the AI forecast adapts on the spot. It lets you raise your rates to capture sudden demand,
Or, on the flip side, it tells you exactly when to deploy a promotion if demand starts to soften. The traditional forecast, it just can't keep up, and that means leaving a lot of money on the table.
So we've talked about the engine, we've talked about the co-pilots, but what about the person in the captain's chair? Well, that brings us to the most critical piece of this entire puzzle, your role as the expert pilot.
This is the question I always get. With all this incredible automation, is the AI just flying the plane now? And the answer, let me be very clear, is absolutely not.
And this is a core philosophy that you are taught right there at the Europe Hotel School. This technology is an incredibly powerful decision support tool. It gives you the data, it finds the patterns, it makes recommendations with unbelievable speed and accuracy, but it is not the decision maker.
Here's the most crucial point of all. The AI might recommend jacking up rates by 20% because it sees a demand spike. But you, the human expert, you know that your hotel has a long-term goal of building loyalty with a big corporate client who always books that weekend. You provide the strategic context that an algorithm just can't see. Your expertise is what turns that raw data into a smart decision that serves the hotel's bigger picture.
And that leads me to my final thought for you today. As you prepare for your careers, if you know the AI is going to handle all the heavy lifting, all the complex math and pattern spotting, what does that mean for you? What becomes the single most important skill for you to develop as a human revenue leader? That ability to think strategically, to ask the right questions, and to provide that human context. That is where you will truly shine.